Hello everyone, welcome to class. Another wonderful day. I'm Miss Faust. I hope you have paper handy. Yes, you do. And a pen or pencil because we're going to be taking some notes today. Nope, don't worry. We're not starting our next reading. I know some of you are going, oh, that's too bad. Yes, the stories are exciting and writing those essays is even more exciting. I agree. But no, we're going to deal with grammar. And that is exciting too. It really is. We're going to learn how we can improve our writing. So today, if you follow me, follow, we're going to cover the writing faults. And there are 3 of them. 3 common errors that we make when we write. And we need to get rid of them so that we can improve and become better writers and become the best writers we can be. You agree, right? The best writers? Okay. To get those good grades. Okay. Good. So come and join me. So today we're only going to discuss sentence fragments. That is indeed a common error. I see a lot of sentence fragments, a lot. And they can be avoided. One writer who definitely wasn't into making this mistake was Benjamin Franklin here, and so connected to our, what shall we say, Constitution, we the people, and on and on and on it goes. Yes, indeed, we avoided sentence fragments. So here's an example. Benjamin Franklin and writing well. Staying away from writing false. Okay, so what are sentence fragments all about? You're asking yourself. Here we go. Get that pencil or pen ready to jot down this and anything else that you would like to. Okay? So let's take that phrase, and it is a phrase, apart. Or if you want, concept. Sentence fragments could be both. Okay, let's take it apart. A sentence, again, let's think about a sentence. It's all about a subject and verb, right? He saw the bird. Subject being he, saw is the verb, and the bird is the extra stuff, okay? Like what we call an object. So that's what we're talking about. He saw. That's all we need. And that would be a sentence. It's a complete thought. It's complete. We don't have questions, do we? He saw the bird. Do you have any questions about that? No. You know who saw it? He. You know what he did? He saw it. Well, what do you see? The bird. Okay? So that's your sentence. It's all about making sure that you have your subject, right? Your verb, and your complete thought. Again, this is a review. In case you're going, It's a review. It's got to stick. So, come on. It's a review. Stay with me. Okay? He saw the bird. That's a sentence. Now, fragment is a piece of a sentence. Okay? It's a piece. Just a piece. So when somebody says, oh my gosh, there are fragments of that glass vase on the floor. They're talking about pieces of the glass vase. Here we're talking about sentence fragments, so we're talking about a piece of a sentence. So if we said, okay, for a sentence, he saw the bird, but we just said the bird, is that a sentence? No, it's a piece. You got to fix that. Something is missing. The bird. A subject is missing. A verb is missing. Subject and verb. Okay? So there are going to be cases where, yes, your subject is missing. Your verb could be missing. A piece of the verb phrase. Remember, some verbs come in more than one piece. He should have known. Should have known. That's a verb phrase. Okay? So that's missing. Or you're missing the entire subject and verb. So you've got to think about that. Okay? So the bird is a sentence fragment because the subject is missing, the verb is missing. Okay? And depending how you want to fix it, you can actually turn the bird into the subject. Bird could become the subject. The bird flew away. Unless you wanted to say, he saw the bird. Okay? If you wanted that sentence. So that's what we're talking about. Here's some other examples. An apple. Just because you capitalized an and put a period at the end does not make that a sentence. Remember, a sentence is all about having a subject and verb, it being a complete thought. And what else? Do you remember? Review. Stay with me. It's a review. What else? Think about I cease. Subject and verb, complete thought. A complete thought that can stand on its, what? On its own. Good job. Good job. We're all with Miss Faust. This is great. Keep in mind, reviews happen all the time. So we can keep fresh all this stuff. Okay? After all, we're aiming for better writings, aren't we? Good. So, an apple. That is a sentence fragment. Although she had enjoyed reading the book. It's also a sentence fragment. Think about that. Although she had enjoyed reading the book. What about that? So, what about it? What happened? Do we care? Should we care, Miss Faust? So just because we capitalize that does not, and put a period, does not make this a sentence. This should look familiar. What is although? Anybody remember? Yes, it is your subordinate conjunction. Good job. Okay. Although she enjoyed reading the book. Okay. So we got to fix it. We may have to add a subject. We may have to do a verb. We may have to do both. So let's look at the corrections. So these are your fragments. Here are the corrections. Or one example of each. Could be different ones. She found an apple. That's a sentence, isn't it? Subject, verb, and the rest. She found an apple. Or it could be, you can turn apple into the subject, and apple fell on the floor. Okay? Although she enjoyed reading the book, comma. Let's put a line there. Comma. She did not want to reread it. That is now a sentence. And if you remember your comma rule, DC plus IC, you can take a dependent clause, which is actually what? A sentence fragment. Or I could say a sentence fragment equals a DC. Okay? Fix it, add a comma, and link it to an IC. Now you have a sentence. Okay? Yes, it has a subject, she, and it's got the verb, had enjoyed reading. I should actually say, had reading. Okay? Depending how you want to, for part of speech, enjoyed. Some people might say, it's not a verb, but we're going to include it. It is a verb. Had enjoyed reading. Okay? Yeah, just because it has that does not make that a sentence. Because of this. Those reviews come in handy, don't they? Good. Okay. Does this make sense? So, this is a fragment right here. This is a fragment. This is now a sentence. You gave it a subject and you gave it a verb. Here, you gave it the IC. That's what you need to do to avoid this writing fault. Okay? They happen easily. Try to stay away from them. All right? Any questions? Nope? Okay. Over here, to the assignment. I want you to copy this down, numbers 1, 2, and 3, and then correct the following sentence fragments. I want you to correct them. Number 1 is waiting for the bus. Number 2, though he needs new jeans. Number 3 is the rain. You're going to do, again, what I did. You're going to take the fragment and you're going to turn it into a sentence. Okay? So I want to see the fragments and then I want to see the sentence. You could underline the part that's actually the fragment. Okay? Like I did. So think again. What is missing? How can you turn this into a sentence? There are so many ways to do it. Just think about it. Waiting for the bus. Think about that. Okay, how can that now become a sentence? Okay, when you're done with that assignment, please send it off immediately to me today. Okay, and I hope you have a very good day and that it's sentence fragment free. Till next class time, bye-bye.